And tonight, Governor Paterson backtracking for some racially charged comments he made. Last week, the governor accused the media of picking on him and other black politicians because of their race. Today, he claimed his comments were misunderstood. Political reporter Dave Evans is here now with more on this.
Well, it was interesting today. After today's news conference, a lot of reporters were looking at each other asking, what in the world is the governor talking about? This was our first chance to hear from the governor since his controversial comments from last week. But if we were hoping Paterson would clear up things about race and politics, he didn't.
It was kind of an Alice in Wonderland moment today. Last week on the radio, the governor talked about his problems and how they were connected to race. Today he claimed, no, he didn't.
No, I didn't make any references to my political problems being related to any treatment because of race.
Last week, the governor was asked about why he was in so much political trouble. He talked about similar woe facing the only other black governor in the country, Deval Patrick of Massachusetts. He talked about new worries facing our first black president and more.
The way in which the New York State Senate was written about, calling them a bunch of people with thick necks. They're talking about Malcolm Smith and John Sampson, that we're not in the post-racial period. And the reality is that the next victim on the list, and you see it coming, is President Barack Obama.
I'm not changing the remarks I made. I'm just correcting the interpretations of my remarks that are wrong. Thank you.
Later, we tried to get the governor to clarify what did he mean, but he said he was done explaining. So we went to the reporter the governor talked with on the radio last week, Errol. He tried to explain for Paterson.
He was making a very fine distinction between race as a motivating factor for unfair attacks and racialized unfairness being part of those attacks.
Lewis says the governor's frustrated, angry with the media, and blew off some steam last week. Today, Paterson seemed as if he wanted to move away from his controversial remarks, especially since the White House didn't agree and through back channels urged Paterson to pipe down. The bottom line, though, is today didn't seem to help.
The guy can't get any kind of a message out. And, you know, for him to point to race becomes he compounds the problem, because now it's a double distraction.
A lot of lawmakers, including many black politicians, have urged Paterson, don't blame race, set the record straight on why he's in trouble. They say it has nothing to do with the color of his skin. The governor clearly wants to talk about something else. He left today's news conference so quickly that he left his press person behind out in Stony Brook. We assume that she made it back to the city, but it shows how fast he wanted to get out of there.
And just really wanted to move on from this
He doesn't gain anything by continuing with this controversy.
No, or bringing it up perhaps in the first place. All right, David, thank you very much. And we have a programming note for you. WABC TV is sponsoring the first official Democratic primary debate for New York City Public Advocate. It will stream live on 7online.com this Friday at 1:30 in the afternoon. You can also watch it on Channel 7 Sunday morning at 11. And we want you to be part of the debate. Send us your questions for the candidates on our website, 7online.com.